Hey, you guys see this right here? Check this out. Let me flip the camera around. This is the start of my PC build that I'm doing. Got my motherboard, got the processor on the way, GTX 1070 Ti on the way, should be here in a couple days. Got my case down here that just came today. It's gonna be pretty awesome. I'm using the new i5 9600K that just came out last month. So I'm gonna be doing another video on this probably a little bit later. So you don't want to miss that, but I've got a pretty awesome computer in the works here. Anyway, the point of today's video is a video that I've had requested quite a bit, and I've been meaning to make this for quite a while, and I really apologize that I haven't made it. But this is in response to the video that I did that was talking about how much it costs to have a smart home, the cost in electricity. And so I computed with a kilowatt meter how much it costs for that setup in that video. And if you haven't seen that, I'll link that in the description. But I've been wanting to segment out each of the components of the rack because I did the entire power consumption of the entire rack, and people have requested that I compute the power for each specific component so that way you could kind of detail down what was expensive. And so the video that I'm going to do today is going to be going over the whole home audio amps. You can see that I've got right up there, and we're going to be measuring the power to see how much these Monoprice and Dayton Audio whole home audio amps, how much power they draw. So we're going to be looking at it from when all the zones are off, how much that might cost you to run per year. Then we're going to turn a few zones on, and then lastly we're going to turn every zone on, and then we're going to crank the volume up a little bit so we can see how much, like in a worst case scenario, how much it would cost. So let's get up here and let's look at the kilowatt meter. I've got it plugged in here, and let's look at the instantaneous, oh Jesus. Let's look at the instantaneous wattage. So right now, none of the zones are on, and we're using 22.4 watts. So we'll compute it using this number, and then we're gonna turn on all the zones and take some more measurements, and then hopefully that gives you guys a good approximation. All right, I've got the zones on here. I've got 3 out of the 6 on, and they're at just a normal volume of what I might be listening to, so it's nothing too high. So this would be, I'd say, an average scenario. So let's get up here and take a look again. Alright, so 33.2. We're going to use 33.2 as an average approximation for when 3 zones are on at a moderate volume. Alright, I've got all 6 zones on right now. Everything's on the same source. So, and it's at a higher volume than what I would normally listen to. And I'm not going to obviously turn it up 100% because I don't want to blow my speakers or anything. But again, like for a majority of people, like should be a pretty good approximation. And I know it's going to differ, depending on what kind of music you're listening to. But again, this is just an approximation. How much are you relatively looking at? So let's take a look at the reading here. And we are looking at about 44.3. So I'm gonna go ahead and use 44.3 for the number. So as you can see, with no zones on, it was using 22.4 watts. So this is our baseline. If you were to run this all year and not turn on any of your zones, then you can see if we multiply that by 24 hours by 365 and divide by 1,000, then it's using 196.224 kilowatts per year. And just using the average kilowatt hour price, which is about 12 cents, that would equal $23.54 per year. If we were to compute using the 3 zones on normal, or the all zones on at a higher than normal volume, I wouldn't want to use these numbers in that formula because all year you're not running it with all 3 zones on, or you're not leaving all of your zones on all year at the higher than normal volume. So what I went ahead and did was I just averaged those 3 numbers and came up with 33.3 watts on average, and then I multiplied that out for the year, and that gave about $35 per year.
So again, these are just approximations, just to give you, a general idea to see how expensive it could be. And it's really not expensive. So there you have it. I hope you guys like this video. If you have any suggestions, comments, like and subscribe and hit that bell icon so you can be notified when I upload more videos. Stay tuned for my PC build. I actually had something really, really weird happen, and I'm going to be talking about what happened with my PC build in that next video. So stay tuned for that. Anyway, until next time, thanks.